Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Baby Got Scraps, a scrappy inspiration YouTube and Instagram hop. And it's hosted by Kristen Crafts. And we will all be using one 12 by 12 paper, our scraps, and a smaller paper pad if we want. I'm going to be using Simple Stories, Family Fun, and I'm going to scrap those two pictures of Malachi. And I'm showing there some gears and stars. When I first bought this, I bought it off of Peachy Cheap, and I didn't have as much of it, so I cut a bunch of those out to go with my little collection. But then I turned around and bought more stuff because I loved it so much. I do have lots of scraps. I'm not showing them all there, but yeah, I got big ones and small ones. And well, I'm going to change my mind a couple of times after I get started. I want to cover the center of the layout with some layers, strips of paper, and set my pictures there. I thought I'd have that blue as the background. There is some blue in the photo, and I wanted to bring a little bit more of it out, and it worked really well on that blue. The star paper, oh, I love that star paper. I thought I would just accent with it. There is a sticker that's a border, and I'm going to end up using it too. First, I thought I'd just have a strip at the top and maybe one at the bottom. I hadn't made up my mind yet because I was thinking about that strip right there, maybe using it or not. I knew it'd be a little bit short, and I finally decided to go ahead and use it anyway. So it's going to cross the bottom, and I'm going to have to cover that little place up. The photos are 3x4, and I didn't want to make them any bigger than that because they are screenshots of a video. My son is always sending me videos, which I love, and very rarely sending me photos in comparison. So I end up screenshotting them, and they're just a little bit blurry, but you can see his laughter playing with this. I think they're called learn to stand standing PlayStation. I think that's it, where the kids learn to stand up, prior to learning to walk. Of course, they still play with these toys afterwards, but he was having a good old time playing with it. The two bags, the one is gears and one is stars, and I made them up. And I thought about using the gears, then I thought about the stars. Well, the stars won out, as you can tell. And it is a stitched die star. So it has stitches on each layer, and I've got 4 layers with each one. I would have had 5 to go on my layout instead of 4, which, I've only got 4. But apparently I did not cut enough of one size. I only had 4 of the one size. So, or else I used it by itself at some time or another. I don't know. But I didn't have enough, and I didn't want to get the die cut machine and the dies out. So I just went ahead and left it. So I'll just keep my fingers crossed that nobody counts and sees I got an even number of them instead of an odd number. The first I thought I'd do like a triangle with the 3, but then after I make the grouping little cluster up there at the upper right, I will notice that the photo is like 1, and then the next photo down, and then that tag down, and then the star. And I thought, looks like it's all tumbling down from the left-hand side. So I'm going to end up moving the cluster that I make on the right-hand side. But I will have it made and laid down before I end up doing it. And the branding strips, I'm going to use those to make my banners. And I will have a little bit left, and I'm going to go ahead and use them for the little tiny cluster in the bottom right. The banners, I am fishtailing them. And I start out just I just had 2 up there, but then I had that star strip all the way across. So when I do the little cluster down at the bottom, I'll get to thinking about all those branding strips, and surely there's a branding strip over there with the stars, and I will dig it out and use it down on the bottom right. But I think it's going to be a few minutes before I work with that little cluster. The stars, I think I put all of them on foam tape but one. The one that's underneath the right hand side of the tag is the only one that's not going to get foam tape under it. I was trying to decide what to have as my title, and I finally decided on the word play because I knew the word fun was in there and on foam tape because I'd fussy cut it out of a 3x4 card and put it on the foam tape and knew it was there. And the reason I had those two is because the tag says yes with an exclamation point, and I was thinking about it and using it as my title to start with. I thought about that. And then I thought, well, if I use the play and the word fun that I knew that was in there, I could have 3 exclamation points with all the excitement that he was having while he was playing, portrayed with all those exclamation points. Not that anyone else would probably notice that that's where the title came from and why, but yeah, that was my idea while doing it. The little cluster down there, I am going to add, well, there's a whole sheet of little circles. They're like spinners for a game. And I had punched out some, and they're really close together. A lot of times you can punch stuff out and they're far enough apart that you can just punch them out and be done. However, since they were close together, they had like it when I'd punch the punch that I had was a 1-inch punch. It would get a little bit of the black, but then it'd cut off. Well, the first one was perfect, but then the next ones would have this flat line there because there wasn't enough there on the right hand side because I was going right to left, I guess. Yeah, right to left. And so I just went ahead and cut black cardstock with the 1-inch circle and just added it to the back of it. But when I added this to my layout, this one here, I cut the side off anyway, so I probably could have been just fine using one of the ones that didn't have a black circle behind it because, like I said, I cut part of it off anyway. I'm going to be using 3 phrase stickers on here. They are layered, 3 layers behind them. And I had cut them out for another layout. Well, I'd cut several, and these were what was left. And one is woohoo, and one is laughter, which, I really needed to use that one on the page anyway. And I put it by Malachi so that, it'd be there by him laughing and then having a blast. Of course, this whole collection has that kind of stuff all the way through it, but yeah, that one especially goes really well with the photos. I'm using 3 different colors of the enamel dots, the red, the orange, and the kind of a turquoisey color that's on here. And I didn't want to put none in that one where that one star was, but I wanted to put something, so I'm putting a couple of the brads. One says go and the other one's just kind of a red color. And I remembered that I'd seen some tabs. Yeah, I guess they would be tabs. In the sticker books, I got one of them out to put up there above the photo, and it's just one with a few stars on it. I thought I was done with the layout, but I kept looking at that one spot beneath play and thought it needed something. So I decided to add a bear. I mean, my first thought when I seen the photos was to add a bear. But I apparently talked myself into it because, yeah, I'm adding a bear. I thought if I didn't add the bear, I might get this uploaded for the 3rd. Isn't it the 3rd? But if I did add a bear, it might be the 4th. So who knows what time it's going to be because I don't think I have time to get it uploaded now. But that bear just really needed to go on there, so he is getting made. He has a 1 1/4 inch head, 3/8 inch outer ear, 1/4 inch inner ear. And then the oval for the muzzle is a 1 inch. And the eyes are a 1/4 inch. And then the nose is going to be a 1/2 inch oval. And let's see, where am I at? Oh, the body is the large oval from Stampin' Up. And the arm's going to be the same thing. I'm just not going to cut as much of it. I didn't do a whole oval for the body since I knew he was going to go behind the tag. And the arm is just going to be enough to tuck behind the body. Oh, I remembered my highlights. I hate doing it after I add foam tape, but I did anyway. Sometimes it gets a little messy when I wait until that time to do it. And let's see. Oh, the hands are 3/8 inch. And I'm going to have one at the top of the tag and one, of course, at the end of the arm. And it's going to kind of go on top of that little viewfinder. And that viewfinder is Echo Park. And it's not very big, but it's a cute little viewfinder. And somehow I did not think about inking my bear, but he did not get inked. I am throwing some highlights on the body and the arm just so he matches everywhere. And I think that's it. I don't think I add anything else to the layout. So while I am finishing him off, I want to mention that down there below are the links for everybody else that are doing the Baby Got Scraps Hop. And they may or may not be doing them every day. They may be doing them the days that they can get them done on. So that's what mine is, the days I can get them done on. Oh, and the smile there, I cut into the black paper with the oval punch, and then I just cut into it a little more to make the curve on the smile. And it wasn't quite perfect, so I just used the scissors and clipped it a little bit to make it a little bit better. It may not be perfect still, but it is a smile with a point on the ends. But as I was saying, that the links are down there below, and make sure you check everybody out. And let's see. There's where my little spinner is with part of it cut off. And there's my cluster there with the "Yes, you did it," because they love to brag on him. He just gets so tickled when they do. He is really good at basketball with, one of those little tiny kid ones. Oh, he has so much fun with the balls. He loves to throw them at you, especially the Christmas tree. He was throwing them at the Christmas tree. But yeah, there he is, all tickled. And the word laughter beside him because he is tickled playing with that. And if you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those who already are, thank you so much. But have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Have fun on the hop this month. Bye.